And would you take this one
Certainly.
first? And it has to do with student testing. What is your position on annual student testing as it relates to teacher evaluations?
Well, I think that we've overused testing in California in all the wrong ways. And what we really need for California education is testing that is diagnostic for students, that can help us see where students are at and what kind of help that they need before it gets into a worse situation. I think that testing and using that as a performance measure against a teacher is very, very problematic. We know that about a quarter of children growing up in California today are growing up in poverty. And we can't just shuck off the responsibility on our schools and expect them to do what we ought to do. And when we're talking about projects like high-speed rail or peripheral canals or any of those things, we're talking about money coming right off the top of our California budget. Under our Constitution, the money for those projects has to be paid before education, before health care, before environmental protection, before anything. And I want our moonshot to be in improving education in California and tailoring it to the student, because we don't need for our future great test takers and kids who can fill in the bubbles on a test where there's no repercussions for them if they draw a Christmas tree doing it. What we need are independent thinkers who know how to critically analyze information.
Jerry Hill.
The issue of annual student testing it comes up a lot because it's something that I think makes some political leaders, makes the system feel good. If they can test someone and they know and they feel that they're doing something good because of the results that they take in, regardless of what the answer is. But what we find are the teachers teaching to those tests and not really looking and focusing on the developmental aspects of the child and the student and what's best for them and how they can best learn. And when you use that as an evaluation for a teacher, it's unfair because every class is different, every school is different. And you know in this county especially, we probably have the largest diversity of whether it's a basic aid district or a revenue limit district and the amount of disparity that comes from one district to the next and the diversity of students, the English learning students and the challenges that they're faced with. And how can you evaluate a teacher on that? It's not something that can be done in an appropriate manner nor a fair manner for the teachers to evaluate. There are other ways of looking and evaluating teachers, but the test is not the fair way of doing it, nor does it provide the best opportunities for the student, because the student learns how to answer the test, take the test, and draw in the circles in the right way in the bubble, but not in a way that will teach them the creative, thoughtful, and skills that are necessary, especially for the 21st century economy.